In the heart of Norway lies a Secrete, a medieval city where Vikings once traded, where wooden houses have stood for 9 centuries, and where rain doesn't ruin your day, it transforms it into something magical. This is Bergen, but not the Bergen you think you know. What if I told you that in just 24 hours, you could experience a city the way locals have for generations? That behind every tourist-packed corner lies a hidden world waiting to be discovered. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on Norway's best-kept secrets. For over 1,000 years, since 1070, Bergen has been Norway's window to the world. Once the northern headquarters of the powerful Hanseatic League, its UNESCO-listed Bergen Wharf still whispers tales of medieval merchants and ancient trade routes. Yes, Bergen receives more rain than almost anywhere in Europe. But here's what every local knows. This isn't a flaw to endure. It's the very soul of what makes this city extraordinary. The rain doesn't just fall here, it dances. Every Bergen story begins the same way, with an ascent. 400 meters above the fjords, Mount Fløyen offers more than just a view, it offers perspective. While tourists take the 8-minute funicular, locals know the truth lies in the journey itself. The 45-minute hike through ancient forests isn't just exercise, it's meditation. Each step takes you deeper into the Norwegian soul. But the real secret? The descent through the troll forest, a path so enchanting it feels like stepping into Norse mythology itself. At Trolltunga Cafe, locals gather not just for coffee, but for communion with this landscape that has shaped their identity for generations. This is where conversations flow like mountain streams, deep, clear, and unhurried. Bergen isn't just a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it's a living, breathing piece of medieval Europe. These wooden houses have survived fires, storms, and centuries of change. Each plank tells a story, each alley holds a secret. While tourists snap photos of the facade, locals know the real magic happens behind it, in the narrow, diagonal alleyways where craftspeople still work with techniques unchanged since the Middle Ages. This isn't a museum, it's a community. At Cafe, time moves differently. Here, the best coffee in Bergen isn't just about beans, it's about belonging. The baristas don't just serve drinks, they serve stories, connections, and the kind of warmth that makes Nordic winters survivable. The North Sea has fed Bergen for a millennium. At the fish market, 30 independent vendors continue this ancient dance between land and sea. But locals don't just buy fish here. They participate in a ritual as old as the city itself. Watch carefully. See how locals examine the catch, how they speak with vendors not as customers, but as partners in this daily celebration of the ocean's gifts. The freshly boiled shrimp isn't just lunch, it's communion with the sea. At Trolltunga, 3 generations have perfected something remarkable. The transformation of local reindeer and elk into what might be the world's most extraordinary hot dog. This isn't fast food, it's slow craftsmanship served quickly. But when evening comes, locals gather at Pingvinen, the penguin. Here, recipes passed down through generations create more than meals, they create memories. The pluckfish with bacon isn't just dinner, it's heritage on a plate. 15 minutes south of Bergen stands a structure that embodies both the beauty and darkness of Norwegian history. Fantoft Stave Church, built in 1150, is a masterpiece of medieval architecture. But its modern story reveals something deeper about the Norwegian soul. In 1992, Flames consumed this ancient sanctuary, not by accident but by design. The emerging Norwegian black metal scene declared war on Christianity, and Fantoft became ground zero. When Varg Vikernes was arrested, a photograph of the burning church graced his album cover, titled Ask Ashes. But here's what that act of destruction ultimately revealed: the unbreakable spirit of Norwegian heritage. Every plank was faithfully reconstructed, every carving lovingly restored, from ashes, resilience, from hatred, healing. If these hidden treasures have captured your imagination, a simple click below ensures more discoveries await. Like Bergen's ancient traders, the best journeys are shared. But now, let us focus on straight arts. Bergen streets tell stories in spray paint and stencils. Local artists like Dolk, AFK and Teg have transformed urban walls into galleries. But there's a ghost in this scene. In 2000, Banksy himself left his mark here, inspiring a generation of local artists. Though his original works were destroyed by zero-tolerance policies, something beautiful emerged. A local scene freed from outside influence, creating its own authentic voice. At Central Badet, Bergen's only legal street art wall, creativity flows like the rain, constant, cleansing, transformative. At Apollon Plate Bar, Norway's oldest independent record store doubles as something magical. A craft beer sanctuary where music and brewing collide. Here, locals don't just buy records. They discover soundtracks to their lives, while 35 different beers tell their own stories of local brewing artistry. Every city has layers, but Bergen's run deeper than most. At the Magic Ice Bar, everything is carved from frozen water, even the glasses. It sounds touristy, but locals bring friends here to experience something uniquely Norwegian, the celebration of winter itself. Beneath Bergen's charming surface lie darker chapters. World War II bunkers and tunnels that reveal how this peaceful city once harboured resistance fighters. The Bergen Maritime Museum doesn't just display artifact. It guards memories of how the sea both protected and exposed this strategic port. Beyond the tourist maps lie trails that locals guard jealously, paths that connect Bergen to the surrounding mountains in ways that make you feel like an explorer, not a visitor. These aren't just hikes, they're pilgrimages to the heart of Norwegian wilderness. Here's what every Bergenser knows: rain isn't the enemy, it's the city's heartbeat. Proper Norwegian rain gear isn't about staying dry, it's about staying comfortable while being embraced by the sky. There's profound difference between fighting the weather and dancing with it. The Bergen Light Rail doesn't just move people, it connects worlds. Each stop reveals neighbourhoods where real life unfolds, where locals shop, eat and live away from tourist eyes. The day pass isn't just transportation, it's a key to authenticity. At places like Xander K Hotel, designed by renowned architects Claes and Koivisto Rune, Scandinavian minimalism isn't just style, it's philosophy. Clean lines, natural materials, and that legendary Norwegian breakfast create more than comfort. They create understanding of Nordic values. Bergen reveals different faces through the seasons. Northern lights in winter, midnight sun in summer, and festivals that celebrate everything from music to mushrooms. This isn't just a tourist destination. It's a living culture that welcomes respectful visitors into its ongoing story. The locals who guard these secrets so carefully aren't being exclusive, they're being protective. They've seen what mass tourism can do to authentic places. They welcome visitors who come not just to take photos, but to participate in something larger than themselves. Bergen offers something increasingly rare in our world, the chance to experience genuine local culture in one of Europe's most stunning settings. But this gift comes with responsibility, to tread lightly, spend wisely, and leave only footprints. This is Bergen beyond the guidebooks, beyond the cruise ship stops, beyond the surface. This is how a city reveals its soul to those patient enough to listen, respectful enough to learn, and curious enough to look beyond the obvious. From the troll forest of Mount Fløyen to the medieval alleyways of Bergen, from the complex history of Fantoft to the underground culture of Apollon, Bergen offers experiences you literally cannot find anywhere else on Earth. But remember, you're not just a visitor here, you're a temporary custodian of something precious. Bergen's secrets remain special only when we protect them, respect them, and share them responsibly. The rain is falling in Bergen right now, creating that magical atmosphere that locals cherish. Somewhere, a barista is crafting the perfect cup at Kaff Cafe. Craftspeople are working with medieval techniques in Bergen's ancient alleyways. Music lovers are discovering their next favourite album at Apollon while savouring local brews. Your Bergen story is waiting to begin, not as a tourist consuming experiences, but as a temporary local contributing to an ongoing narrative that's been unfolding for over 1,000 years. If this vision of authentic travel speaks to your soul, join our community of curious explorers. Share your own local secrets from wherever you call home. Because the best travel isn't about the places we go, it's about the people we become along the way. Ready for more adventures? Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Share this video with fellow travelers.